Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start, hit that subscribe button, grab yourself a biscuit, because now I'm going to tell you the story of how a subcontractor that I've used many times before and has never done a job wrong ended up costing me £400 by making such a small mistake.
I'm just gonna drive.
So let me set the scene for you. It was a site clearance. We do a lot of these. If you've watched the channel for a while, you know I talk about site clearances. Some of our customers require us to do site clearances where we leave stuff behind. The important stuff, the hardware, should we say, gets left behind, and we only take the rubbish, the decom, the steelwork and stuff like that. We don't take anything electrical back with us. And it was one of them jobs. I put it in the WhatsApp group. Nobody could cover it. And I was a bit like, oh, God, I'm going to have to go to the CX. Something I don't particularly like doing. I like getting everything covered in the group. But every now and then, something pops up or someone pops up on the CX who I've used a lot of times before. So, put the job on there, waited for a little while, and I got a text. Hi, James. It's so-and-so from so-and-so. Done a lot of work for you before, just spotted your job. What do you think of our quote? So, didn't even tell me what the quote was. I looked on the screen, went, yep, top man, used him good 15, 20 times before. I'll send the job over. Yeah, mate, your job's yours, send it over. Sent it over. I put in the description, please only collect rubbish. Make sure your waste transfer note only says rubbish. Do not pick up any hardware, nothing electrical, just rubbish. Didn't hear much, as I normally don't really. Kept checking, yeah, on site, yeah, collected on time, yeah, he's on his way back. And I didn't know anything had gone wrong until probably 2.5 hours after he'd loaded the van. So he's now only about an hour away from delivering the rubbish. And I got a phone call from my customer. Hi, James, the guys have just arrived to collect the hardware and apparently your driver took it. Oh, no. I'm really sorry, let me make a phone call. I phoned. He went, yeah, I got there. I said, it was that site clearance. Then just chucked everything on me. I said, did you read the notes? He said, yeah, no hardware. I don't think there's any hardware on the van. I said, you've not put the pictures on the CX yet. Just send me the pictures. Oh, God, there they all were, right in the back of the van. I said, mate, it's all there. I need you to go back. I need you to be fast. How far away are you? 2.5 hours. Let me make a phone call. Phone customer back. Driver's loaded it by mistake. Told him not to load it. Riggers have put it on his van. He's not really noticed, so he's just drove off with it. I can send him back to site, but he's 2.5 hours away. Will the company doing the hardware collection wait 2.5 hours? No. Brilliant. I went, whatever happens now, I'll rectify it. There's a company that does the disposal of them. I said, I can get it taken there. Or what do you want to do? He said, well, for now, we'll take it back to our stores where it's going, and then we'll figure it out. So I said, right, okay, no problem. Phone the driver back. I said, yeah, just deliver it all, because it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, but whatever, yeah. He delivered it all back, and about 2 or 3 days later, I got an email just saying, right, we know what we're going to do with the kit now. So I said, oh, brilliant. What, is it going to go to Essex, where they refurb it? There's quite a bit as well. It was like a medium wheelbase worth of kit. And they said, no. It needs to go back to the site it came from. It's a bit further. But, right, okay. They've got some more work to do there. The team's going to meet you there at 7 o'clock in the morning to pick it up. Okay, no problem. Whatever. So I actually loaded this stuff onto Mr. Anvil, Dave, and he went down to do it for me. He got there nice and early, even earlier than he asked for, because he's always early, Dave. He's always on time. He always does his job right. So he got there, and well, things didn't go as planned. No one else arrived for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we sat there for 2 hours for no reason. And then when they did arrive, no one knew anything about it. And eventually, I think it was about 5 hours after he arrived on site, he left it at site and left site. The company they were actually supposed to pick it up turned up, did a delivery, and then left without taking it. So, not great, but that entire journey The collection from me, delivery to site, and the waiting time was on me. I didn't want any money for the delivery. I did query the waiting time just because we got told to be there at 7. It got offloaded about midday, if not later than midday actually. But as I thought, and as I agree with, we wouldn't have had the waiting time. We wouldn't have had to go back at all if the job had been properly and done in the first place. Therefore, no waiting time. I footed it was actually, I think it was about £450 bill. I don't know if it was that much. I think it was about £400 bill to pay Dave, obviously, to go and do the job out of my own pocket. The original driver still got paid, etc. Obviously. Now, when it comes to their site clearances, it's on the CX. I've told you by phone twice, and if you still do it wrong, I'm not going to pay you. Simple as. That's the future. But yeah, this one cost me money. That's why you use your preferred subcontractors. And this guy actually had done quite a lot of work for me before, but just had missed it in the notes, or just wasn't paying attention to what was loaded on his van, or didn't know what hardware and stuff like that was. But you live and you learn, don't you? Fingers crossed. A lot of the site clearances will either be done by the WhatsApp group in the future, or my potential new driver that might be starting. And in my last video I mentioned a bloke called Gary. Gary has decided he doesn't want to do the job. He's got too much going on in his personal life at the minute and he doesn't want to do it. But we do potentially have another driver. I spoke with him yesterday, and he's going to let me know by Monday, because he is currently employed by someone else. It's all the leaving, still getting paid off them on a certain date, and then obviously starting to get paid off me, whether it financially works for him at the time when he can start and stuff like that. Plus, at the minute, he works like quite fixed hours, and obviously with me, it's not going to be for any sort of fixed hours. It's going to be all over the show. So he's going to get back to me on Monday. The van is booked back in for some more work. Sorry, I know I've started rambling about something else now, but the van's booked back in for some more work in early December. And I actually have an exam to revise for early December, which I'm pretty worried about, because I've not managed to actually find any time to do any revision. Don't make my mistakes. And if you do, learn from them, because yeah, occasionally a job will cost you money, or you'll break even, or sometimes you'll make a good, decent bit of profit. But not everything goes right. Not everyone listens, and using subcontractors, it's a bit of a, you don't know what's going to happen. You're putting your company and your business in somebody else's hands to do the work for you on your behalf. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it works spectacularly. That's how that one cost me over £400. Thank you for watching. Like I said at the start, please like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.